My ex-wife walked into our divorce hearing with a big surprise. She was pregnant. She thought showing up like that would get her a huge payout. But then the judge asked one simple question, and everything started falling apart. Have you ever watched someone ruin their own case right there in court? That's exactly what happened to Amanda. It was like watching someone dig their own grave, one word at a time. I should have known she'd try something. The whole divorce process had been a mess. Delays, tantrums, useless paperwork, all just to waste my time. If she had put even half the effort into our marriage that she put into ruining my life, we wouldn't be here now. But when she walked into that hearing pregnant, I almost laughed. Not because I thought the baby was mine. I knew it wasn't. Laughed because I could already see the plan forming in her head, like a scene from a cheap soap opera. Amanda was counting on one thing, that the judge would look at her and see a poor, helpless, pregnant woman who'd been left behind. She thought, he'd feel sorry for her and make me pay. Forget the prenup. Forget common sense. Play the sympathy card. Get the money. I could already imagine her speech. Your Honor, I have a baby on the way, and I've been left with nothing. How am I supposed to survive? All while throwing me side glances, waiting for me to look nervous. Too bad for her. I don't play dumb, and I don't lose. Amanda had underestimated me. She thought I'd panic, get nervous, maybe offer a settlement just to avoid looking like the bad guy in court. But she didn't know what I knew. She didn't know I had figured her out months ago, because the thing about Amanda is, she wasn't just bad at being a wife. She was bad at lying, and she had no idea that one question from the judge would tear her whole act apart. Amanda looked so confident when she walked into the courtroom. She played the part perfectly. One hand on her stomach, the other tucking her hair behind her ear like she wasn't about to commit fraud. She even gave a big dramatic sigh when she sat down, like this was all just too much for her. I didn't react. I didn't need to, because unlike Amanda, I wasn't. Walking in unprepared. I was ready, and so was my lawyer, Daniel. Daniel was the kind of lawyer who smiled in court but could destroy you with the law. I never liked lawyers much. But after watching him take apart Amanda's tricks over the past few months, I was glad he was on my team. Amanda had already gone through 3 lawyers since the divorce started. The one she had today, a rookie. Probably fresh out of law school, hoping to win his first big case. I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. Because here's the truth. Amanda had tried tricks like this before. Not the pregnancy stunt, but the drama. The fake sadness. The whole, I'm just a struggling woman, Your Honor, please feel bad for me thing. And sadly, some people had believed it. Even my own mother. A week before the hearing, my mom had called me. Just settle, she said, clearly tired. You don't want this to drag on forever. I rubbed my forehead. Mom, she's not getting a cent. That's why we had a prenup. She's pregnant, she said. You really want that on your conscience? I almost lost it. This isn't my kid. Mom hesitated. Are you sure? I wanted to laugh. Was I sure? Mom. She cheated on me. Repeatedly. I caught her. I paused. You know the worst part? If I actually thought this baby was mine, she wouldn't even need to try this trick. I'd be there. I'd help. That's the difference between us. She manipulates. I take responsibility. Mom went quiet. Then sighed. I just don't want this to get uglier. It was already ugly, but I promised her I'd take care of it. And that brings us to today. The judge walked in. The hearing started. Amanda's lawyer jumped right into a sad story. Your Honor, my client has been put in an impossible position. She is pregnant, unemployed, and emotionally and financially struggling because of this long divorce. Amanda sniffled right on cue. I didn't even blink. Daniel just waited for the drama to finish. Then he stood up, calm, confident, prepared. Your Honor, while we do understand Ms. Bennett's situation, we need to clarify something first. He turned to Amanda's lawyer, Who is the father of this child? And just like that, Amanda froze. I knew that question was coming. Amanda didn't. She thought no one would question her pregnancy, that she could just walk in, act emotional, and walk out with a big check. But legally, the pregnancy only mattered if the child was mine. Her lawyer froze, then said weakly, "My client believes it is the petitioner's." I nearly laughed. Believes? Daniel didn't even blink. She believes? So there's no proof? Amanda shifted uncomfortably. The judge's eyes narrowed. "Ms. Bennett, have you taken a paternity test?" Amanda opened her mouth, then shut it, then opened it again. Trapped. I just assumed." "You assumed," the judge repeated, clearly not impressed. "Ms. Bennett, is there any evidence that the petitioner is the father?" Her lawyer looked like he wanted to disappear. Amanda looked pale. "And me?" I leaned back in my chair, enjoying the show. Now Daniel went in for the final blow. "Your Honor, we have good reason to believe this child is not my client's." He pulled out photos, taken 2 months after Amanda and I split, of her, on vacation with another man. Holding hands, kissing, clear proof she had moved on, and then the final nail in the coffin. Daniel slid medical documents across the table. Also, we subpoenaed Ms. Bennett's recent medical records, which show her first confirmed pregnancy test happened months after she and my client were last together. Amanda's face fell apart. Her lawyer stared at her, realizing she had never told him any of this. And the judge? He let out a long sigh and shook his head. "Ms. Bennett, this court does not tolerate dishonesty. Based on this evidence, there is no reason for financial support. The prenup is valid. You won't be getting any alimony or extra money." "Boom!" Amanda gasped, like someone had hit her. "But, Your Honor!" "This hearing is over. Done." Amanda stayed in her seat, frozen. The judge's words were still in the air, but I could see her mind racing, trying to think of a way out. This was not how she expected today to go. In her version, she was supposed to cry, act sad, and leave, with a big monthly check. But instead, she had been exposed in front of everyone. Even her lawyer wasn't looking at her anymore. He just stared at the floor, probably thinking about why he ever took her case. Amanda held the edge of the table tightly, like she could hold on to the last bit of her plan. Then came the tantrum. Her final, desperate try. "But, Your Honor," Amanda shouted in a high voice, "this isn't fair. I'm about to have a baby, and he just gets to walk away?" The judge sighed, rubbing his head. He was tired of this. "Miss Bennett," he said firmly, "this court doesn't decide money matters based on feelings. Your pregnancy doesn't change anything legally unless the baby's father is proven, which, according to the evidence, has not been done." Then the judge raised his hand. "Enough," Amanda snapped. She turned fast in her chair and looked at me. "You're really doing this to me? To your own child?" There it was. Her final move. Even after being embarrassed, she was still trying to make me look bad. The courtroom went silent. Then I smiled. A slow, amused, and cold smile. "You really want to do this, Amanda?" I leaned forward, speaking calmly. "You want to officially say I'm the father?" "Because we can get a court-ordered DNA test right now." Her face twitched. She had nothing. She knew she had nothing. And now everyone else in the room knew. It too. The judge didn't say anything else. He just looked at the clerk. Adjourned. Done. Amanda had lost everything. But it wasn't over yet. The hearing was finished, but I wasn't done watching her fall apart. I walked out of the courtroom with Daniel beside me and my mom walking behind us. I half expected Amanda to leave quietly, but I should have known better. She came running out after me, heels clicking, face red, hands shaking. "You're a monster," she said angrily. "You let me sit there, embarrassed." I turned slowly and looked at her. "I'm sorry, Amanda. Which part embarrassed you? The part where you lied to the court? Or the part where I was ahead of you the whole time?" Her jaw tightened. "You set me up." "No, sweetheart. I smiled again. You set yourself up. I just let you walk into it. She looked like she wanted to throw something at me. Then, she tried one more thing. She turned to my mom. Are you really okay with this? With what he did to me? Mom paused. Then she crossed her arms. I'm not okay with what you did to him, she said. You fooled all of us once, never again. Amanda's lip shook. For a second, I thought she might cry. Then, the real meltdown. I hope you rot, she said angrily, stepping closer like she wanted to attack me. I hope you... Miss Bennett. The voice came from behind. It was strong and serious. Amanda froze. 2 court officers had walked into the hallway. Come with us, please. Her head turned fast. What? Why? The judge has asked for an investigation into possible lying and fraud, one officer said. You'll have to answer some questions. Her eyes went wide. Wait, no, that's not... But they were already taking her back into the courtroom. I took a deep breath. Daniel patted me on the shoulder. Well, that was satisfying. I smirked. Yeah, it was. Amanda was taken back into the courtroom. I didn't follow her. I didn't need to. Once the officers took her away, she was no longer my problem. But I still followed up later. It turned out the judge wasn't just mad. He wanted to make her an example, pretending to be poor, bad, trying to trick the court, worse, lying while under oath. That's a crime. Her lies put her under investigation. The court didn't just deny her alimony. They also marked her case for possible money fraud. She had ruined everything herself. In the next few months, I heard bits of news. The judge fined her for wasting the court's time. Her lawyer quit immediately. Her request for government help denied. They also asked for proof of the baby's father, and the best part, her new boyfriend dumped her. After my lawyer showed vacation photos in court, the guy did the math. He realized she was seeing someone else too, and suddenly, he wasn't so sure he was the father either. I can only imagine how that conversation went. A few months after the trial, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. Amanda, I hope you're happy. I looked at it for a second, then replied, I am. Thanks for asking. Then I blocked the number. I didn't need to hear from her again. She had spent years trying to control me, trick me, and take everything from me. But now, she was alone. And for the first time in a very long time, I was free.